Welcome to Jeff Outdoors. That's my wood round from the Paul Bunyan show last weekend. It is currently Saturday morning, and I am having coffee. But I'm sitting here this morning looking out at the leaves out the window here. I have a sliding glass door here, and the autumn leaves are just they're just popping. I mean, it's just amazing outside right now. And over the course of the next week, it's going to be even better as far as the fall foliage goes. Lately, I've been hearing people say foliage. It sounds like they're saying foliage. And I'm like, what? Foliage. Okay. But anyways, I'm sitting here having my coffee this morning. And over the course of the past few weeks, I've been working on something here. If you go back through my videos, if this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome, hello, and I'm coming to you from Ohio Amish Country area, and we do a lot of different things around here as far as a little bit more of a homesteading lifestyle. So this is just the lifestyle around a lot of this area. Essentially, I live right here on the cusp of the largest Amish community in the world. A lot of people will say Lancaster, PA is a little bit larger, but as far as the districts are concerned, we have the largest Amish community here in the world. So this lends me to have a lot of great resources to be blessed with when it comes to more of a self-sufficient type lifestyle. So I live not a stone's throw from Layman's Country Store, and they've been a great resource for me as far as continuing that lifestyle. I don't have internet here at the house. I don't have television, and that's by choice. There's no Wi-Fi, and we choose to live that way. I am coming to you from the Homestead Supply Room this morning. So we do have a section here that is our go-to when we are canning for maple syrup production, for apple cider vinegar supplies, for making apple cider vinegar supplies for I've got grain storage here. So we have a grain mill, and we mill our own wheat berries that we buy and store and make our own bread. What else we have here? We have lantern oil, so we do use oil lanterns whenever we feel like. We're not off grid, so we do have electricity, but we do use oil lanterns and candles, just to keep things diverse and not totally reliant off of one thing. There's the old saying of two is one, one is none, is kind of a mantra that we go by. But it's important to us to make sure that we are living a life that is, what shall we say, pardon me, well thought out, as far as, say this winter we get a snowstorm and we get 3 feet of snow. We had 4 feet of snow on the ground almost all winter last winter, and I think this coming winter is going to be even more radical when it comes to snowfall, things like that. So your power goes out in the winter. What do you do? Do you have a wood stove? Do you have a fireplace? Do you have a buddy heater? Propane heater, kerosene heater? What do you have? So these are the things we think of. I am equipped with a fireplace, so we do have a fireplace. I, at any given time, keep at least 2 cords of wood here on the property. A lot of it right now is planned for maple syrup production, so I use a wood-fired evaporator, and a lot of that wood is going to be going to maple production here at the end of February, March, this coming spring. So these are the kinds of things that we're doing around here. I do support my local Amish community by buying a lot of vegetables during harvest season from the Amish farms. We get a lot of our eggs from our Amish neighbors, and we don't currently have chickens. That's something you got to kind of pick your battles. So we don't have any livestock or animals right now at this point. We have some resources that lend us to, as far as affordability and goals and things like that. We just buy our eggs from our Amish neighbors. All free, free range type eggs. They're out there, pecking in the grass, eating the bugs and all that stuff. So the eggs are really good. And eggs are good for you. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You should eat eggs. The amount of nutrition inside of eggs is phenomenal. It's almost unfounded in any other source of food. So you should eat eggs, unless you're allergic for some reason, which I don't know if I've ever heard of anybody allergic to eggs, but that's probably out there. Same with the whole peanut thing. Still can't believe people are allergic to peanuts. So, but anyways, this morning I'm sitting here having coffee, and I started about a month ago some apple cider vinegar. So, real quick before I show you, essentially what this is I made applesauce, and I canned my applesauce. So I have pint jars of canned water bath applesauce. So what do you do with the scraps? You have scraps. I put them in a bucket. I put them in a food grade bucket, and I use a starter. So I'll take some apple cider vinegar with the mother that I already had. I'll put a cup in there, and then I'll fill it up with water, and I'll put the apple scraps in there. You stir that once a day for about 3 to 4 weeks, and it ferments, and you cover it just with like a cheesecloth, and voila, you have apple cider vinegar. So I strained it, and this was the final outcome. So it looks like a bottle of hooch or something. This is not hooch. This is homemade apple cider vinegar. So what happens is, in the air, there's a natural acetic acid it's a type of yeast, which when you're making this, you want to make sure that you're not letting the air in, so those natural yeasts and what have you can get in there and start the fermentation process. So it becomes alcohol first. So at one point it was alcoholic, but as it keeps fermenting, it turns into vinegar naturally. So this is what we have. Pardon me. Kimball Farm. If you know, you know. So once it becomes alcohol, it continues to ferment. You get the apple cider vinegar, and now the wonders of apple cider vinegar. I drink apple cider vinegar in my water, always diluted in like an 8 or 12 ounce glass, and I usually drink it through a straw. So you don't want the vinegar corroding your enamel on your teeth, things like that, but the benefits are exponential. So I've found that this kind of helps keeps my digestion in check, because the Western diet is destroying Western civilization. The preservatives in the foods are destroying the good gut bacteria and essentially this is why people are so sick. Your gut bacteria is being destroyed by preservatives and things that are sitting on the shelf, and if you can replenish that or stay away from the foods that are destroying that, you won't be running to the doctor every 3 months or what have you, you know. I traditionally, since I started this journey years ago, I'm going on 10, 12 years of doing this type of lifestyle. And I'm never sick. I do have some sinus stuff going on right now because it's fall, and the weather is up and down a little bit. That happens every year, regardless of my apple cider intake or the lack thereof. So, the Western diet, okay, is destroying people's health. The food pyramid is destroying people's health. Refined grains and sugars are things you should just stay the heck away from. And really, when I talk about homesteading with people, it really is nothing more than about health, period. The genetically modified stuff, the refined grains and sugars and sugary cereals and things like that. You can't eat fast food every day and expect to be healthy. It ain't going to happen. I haven't had fast food in going on 12 years. I haven't been through a fast food drive-through. I don't even know what McDonald's sells anymore. Wendy's, all these places, you know. And I'm not bashing any company or anything. Fast food is not for me. I don't get sick. I don't end up in the hospital with digestive problems. I don't, there's a lot of things I could go on and on about, but I just don't eat it. I don't eat fast food. You're not going to live a long, healthy life eating out every day. I cook nearly 99.9% of what I eat gets cooked here and is from a local resource. So we have cattle farms here nearby. I can get locally grazed meat, and I get all my eggs and everything from our local Amish, etc. I know how the stuff is grown and raised and treated. The one cattle farm that I go to is actually, they do maple syrup in the spring, so I go out and hang out with them by the evaporator for a day or a few hours in the spring, and we just have a good time talking and making maple syrup out there. If my maple syrup season isn't too busy, so I do try to get out there. But they raise cattle and they have their own meat and bacon and all this stuff right on site. There's no nothing added, and it's good. It's good food. And of course, we have produce auctions here down in Mount Hope, which is about 25-30 minutes from here. So you can go down there and buy, pallets of tomatoes and can your own sauce, make your own sauce, things like that. So it's really all about health. And I, for one, would like to be spry at 80. Okay, that's the goal. You can't get there eating fast food every day. Not going to happen. The salt, the fat, the bad fats. I don't know what's in some of this fast food stuff. And I just would rather spend my time, making my own stuff. I don't sit around and watch TV. I do make YouTube channel videos, as you can tell. Welcome, by the way, again. So, apple cider vinegar with the mother. So here is this looks a little strange, okay? This is the mother. This is nothing more but the good, healthy bacteria that grows inside the vinegar. This is what you want. It's called a SCOBY or the mother, either way. So this is what that kind of tends to look like, and this can be reused multiple times over and over and over when you're making your apple cider vinegar. So that was the project for the month, and it can be done, and you can do it. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. I tend to be a little bit more vigilant than a lot of people that I know personally about kind of getting up off your butt and doing something. Sometimes there's times where I just I never stop. I never sit down. So that's just kind of how I am. Probably from my football playing days, playing sports in high school. I think that really kind of started me out as keeping the focus, things like that. So, especially football, which I miss. I miss, by the way. So that's it for today. I'm going to continue having my coffee here this morning and enjoying the autumn leaves. And I have work to do outside today, so we're going to get after that. Then I got to go see my brother for a bit and see how he's doing. He's doing really well, and he's got some appointments next week. If you just tuning into this, my brother had heart surgery, about a week and a half ago. Yeah, it's been about no. It's been a couple of weeks ago, and a family member has been with him since he was discharged and has been at home. Somebody has to be around him 24/7 for at least the first week. He's still considered high risk, but he's doing good. He went out for a couple of walks yesterday, and things are slow. Things are just slow, and that's going to take some time. But I'll keep you posted, and thanks again for all the prayers and support on that topic. I really do appreciate it more than I could ever really kind of enunciate here. So thank you. Until next time, have a great weekend, and we'll be back. So keep her going.